Hello, Internet. This is Apgamingreal. We're coming to you with another episode of On the Tabletop. This is Corsairport, Chapter 6. Probably. That sounds right.
It's a good number.
Yeah, now I don't actually remember. I'm going to go double check. The professional thing to do during the show, of course. It is, in fact, Corsairport, Chapter 6. Some point soon, I think in the next 2 weeks, perhaps, Mick will be back.
Yep.
But will we return to the other storyline or not? Will Cotton stay with us or not? I don't know. I figure I'll just wait until after vacation and see where we all stand on that particular point. So something happened.
I think we lost Rob.
We lost Rob. I was like, what the hell is up with the camera order? How could it possibly change midstream? All right, now I gotta reorder these cameras, but it's fine. We can do this on the fly. This is great. Let me tell you something. My plan was to try a new thing. I normally go first on these introductions. I'm just gonna throw it to Cotton, and someone can throw it back to me at some point for me to do my introduction.
Hi, I'm Cotton. I doodle and stuff. You can find me on Twitter or AP's Discord where I hang out a lot. If you wanted to do some Pokemon crime solving, you can come to my Discord. And that's all for me. Let's go to Connor.
All right. Yeah. Hey, folks. My name is Connor Hughes. You can find me on twitch.tv/ConnorHughes, where I do comics and stuff, as well as I do sometimes troll on AP Gaming's channel on Discord. So you can find me there too. Otherwise, yeah, it's been a good week. Looking forward to getting back into inks this week. So, yeah, just more of that stuff. I'm looking forward to whatever happens tonight. We'll see if we'll be alive. So, yeah, good stuff. Shep, what's going on with you?
Hey everyone, I'm robSHEPart on Twitch, Instagram, and all other social media. I draw D&D monsters, critters, and creatures, and commissions, and hopefully interesting stuff. And that's it. We'll go over to Bearded.
What's up, guys? beardedjalapno on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. Doing a lot of Inktober stuff recently, so you can probably catch me doing that. I also sometimes frequent AP's Discord, so if you catch me on there, just see what's up. Back to you, AP.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble hearing you, Bearded. I don't know.
Even if I pull it closer.
Perhaps all that is required is speaking with emphasis.
Perhaps.
You definitely sounded better on that last one. I don't know, I feel like we're all low energy today, which segues nicely into my introduction. Last night I received shocking news that I'm not as good a GM as I thought I was. I'm not as good at picking up on player cues. Admittedly, the person whose player cues I didn't pick up on is the guy that I can't pick any cues up on. Some have called him a sphinx, an actual human statue. Others have said he's like a shrimp. Others have said he's like a shrimp if a shrimp became an international soldier. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. I actually do make the rules, and then I don't enforce them. So that was a complete lie. So that was a fucking lie.
That's just
As you might know, they say when you want to pull yourself out of, I'm not going to say depression, right? But when you want to pull yourself out of a bad mood, the worst thing that you can do is get sugar and carbs. Yes, sugar and carbs. Exactly. And that's why I definitely don't have this DQ Blizzard in addition to the chicken and waffles box that they now offer. Yes, Dairy Queen, they aren't sponsoring us, but I wish that they were, because I would take their money.
The only DQ I've ever been to, it's just ice cream. I've never been to one where they actually serve food.
That's weird. I mean, I'm pretty sure they all serve food, but...
There's some that don't serve food?
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty weird, Connor. Sure you just didn't go to the, Mary Queens? It's a Dairy Queen ripoff? I don't know.
I went to the one in my hometown, Rutherford, New Jersey. No food. It was too small. They must have converted an old ice cream parlor type thing, and they didn't have any kind of room for a stove.
All right, well, I'm going to sound very Victorian, but I just spent an hour today lying on the floor with a weighted blanket over me, staring at the ceiling with my eyes closed, listening to the relaxing soundtrack of a thunderstorm from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I feel like it healed me a little. I also feel like the giant amount of sugar I just had also was very healing, but...
How's the weighted blanket? We've been wanting to get one.
You know, I go back and forth on... So this one has a internal heating element, you know, so it sometimes feels a little weird, but if it's over you, right, if you're lying on your back and it's over you, and it gets nice and toasty, it feels good. But, you know, like, if you move around with it, you can feel the element. It's only good for when you're not moving and laying still.
Got it.
You know, and I didn't get it for myself, right? This is one of those things that my mom was like, you know, you seem like a kind of person that would use this. And I'm like, you saw my tweet about blankets, didn't you? I don't need this blanket. And she's like, that's good because it's already on its way to your house. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, no, let me tell you something. I'm like, hey guys, I got these giant pillows on stream. And then my mom was like, hey, I saw your stream intro 2 weeks ago. Saw you got those giant pillows. I decided to get you another better giant pillow. And I was just like, you're fucking kidding me. I love these pillows. I just got them. And she's like, it's bigger and better. And I'm like, it's not bigger and it's not better. I like these pillows. I got it. It's not bigger and it's not better, but it's fine. It's just a pillow that sits around, you know. It's one of those off the bed pillows. You know, I just put it wherever it is conveniently necessary.
Got it.
Connor,
So,
here's my challenge for you tonight. I'm throwing it to you.
Okay.
Because
I
no
did hear
one
about
has
this.
ever answered any of my challenges, but you're the only one that can complete this challenge. I call it the classic Aricido.
Oh no.
For those that watched the original season of this show, they know what this is. I challenge you, sir, not to work on one drawing all night, but rather than your usual filled-in style, perform as many good enough drawings as possible of whatever's happening.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Well, I mean, is
Can't
there?
believe you agreed to that so quickly, but I'll take that.
I'm a pretty affable fellow. I mean, I think. You know?
Affable fellow.
Wouldn't you say so?
Hey, you've
No?
been reading Shakespeare lately?
No.
Affable.
See the hesitation there? That's what makes me affable. I'm saying no. I'm like that's not what I normally do. So,
But
anyway,
that's not affable. That's the
I know.
opposite.
Okay, fine. Just
Connor Hughes.
just trying to play off.
He was trying to be laughable.
There you go.
Wow.
Yes.
I would say Connor is laughable instead of affable. The words may sound similar, but mean something totally different. Friends, I guess the final thing I have to say is Fate Grand Order. The new storyline came out. I fucking beat it as fast as I could, which actually wasn't that fast. And then I decided I'm going to go back and beat the old storyline that I never did, and I beat that too. So now I'm out of story again. And, well, it was nice while it lasted. It's good to be challenged every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think I'm on the last battle of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Golden Deer. I'm pretty sure because I've like killed literally everyone at this point, and they're like, okay, these. So every time you go into a battle, they're like, this is our final battle, and then they're like, okay, no, this is our final battle, and now they're like, okay, I know we said those last two were the final battle, but I swear this is the real final one, and I'm like, I don't even care anymore.
Please, have you ever played Tactics Ogre?
No, I have not.
It had exactly that problem. Where like,
Final Fantasy Tactics, my friend, that was the one.
no, you got to play Tactics Ogre, the prequel that really was sort of the, I don't know, a totally different game, but also exactly the same game.
Look, man, Final Fantasy Tactics will always hold a place in my heart as the most wasteful game I ever played in college.
I mean, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I will just say though, the design that's going to Final Fantasy Tactics were let's make Tactics Ogre, but dumb it down.
Wow.
That's what I hear. The
Final Fantasy Tactics is already incredibly complicated.
So imagine Tactics
You
Ogre.
fucking- Like I need a math degree in order to play a goddamn calculator.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Just for the folks at home, calculators, they could cast any ability that you've learned for any other magic class, but they could only do it on a specific place, location, time, as determined by their ability. So, if you, as a calculator, learn the prime ability and the height ability, you could make it so anyone that's standing on a height square that is a prime number will be hit by your ability. What this really meant was most of the time you're going to end up accidentally hitting someone on your team and lethally kill them. Calculator was... There was a thing that was like, if your level divided by 3 is an even number, then you can cast the spell on them. And I'm just like, oh god, this is the worst. And yet, you could somehow pull off some really great moves.
I mean, you could preview who it hit, though. So, in theory,
Sometimes.
every time it would show you whoever was hit. So, like, you could just sort of run down the list and see what was the most effective of all the traits. But I guess that's cheap.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't recall that. It has been some time since I played Final Fantasy Tactics. Friends, is there anything else we need to cover before we get into this thing, this shebang?
Nope.
Nothing. Praise Jitao. Let's do this.
Wow. Praise Jitao?
I don't know.
This guy spends 10 seconds contemplating his god, and he is already overthrowing Guzangas.
I mean, that was me as the player.
Okay. All right. I understand now. Wink.
Exactly.
Got it. It is the 13th morning. Oh, I should probably mark down when the... Wow, only a 12-minute intro. I'm killing it this week with the intros. Killing it like I'm killing my reputation. Got it. Friends, previously on the show, Baldric was killed in a horrifying accident in the flesh markets where he was literally set on fire repeatedly and then eaten by a pack of hellhounds. The rest of the party ran as quickly as possible, with Lyra desperate to save Baldric and Ash desperate to save Lyra. In the end, the horse won. We return now on the 13th morning since this game has begun with a gnome stumbling off of a ship in the dead of morning, the mists having not yet cleared. Why don't you tell me about yourself, Gizmo something but?
No, not but. Rumble Stump. Gizmo Rumble Stump. So anyway, yeah, he comes off. He's pulling his donkey behind. Paid for a donkey to come across the boat too. Looking for the inn. So he asks folks where's a good place for him to stay while he's here.
Quick, give me a description so I can be drawing something.
Yeah.
Well, he's a gnome, but kind of more stocky. So he's a little bit heavier than your typical thin gnome. So not quite as stocky as a dwarf, of course, but on the gnome side, he's just a little bit portly, I'd say. He has red hair. He's a little bit past middle age. He's got some goggles, wears some studded leather armor. He has a hand crossbow and a holster on his right hip, short sword on his back, and carries a round shield on his left arm.
What kind of holster are we talking about?
It's going to be his own invention, because he was trying to figure out how he could carry a hand crossbow a little bit more efficiently. So basically the crossbow tongs or whatever they do, they fold in so that he can put it in. So it's a little bit on the bulky side, but allows him to carry it a little bit simpler. And what else? Oh, so he does have a beard. I think I said he's got red hair. So his red hair is kind of wild, kind of sticking up on the top. He's got some goggles, but they don't do anything yet. And then he does have a beard, but it's not dwarven beard. It's just a regular old. A lot of hair for a gnome, I guess, now that I think about it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's what I got so far.
You
Yeah,
arrive
Thank you.
at the outskirts of the familiar inn known as the Twisted Knot, a bakery, microbrewery, adventure hall / temple to what some have called the greatest god, Jatau. Praise be their name, the Golden Fox.
So I'll go ahead and go inside.
As you enter, you find Ash, Lyra, and Aldana all taking shots, perhaps in celebration of a death. A wake is being performed. The innkeeper stops by and says, "Oh, another adventurer. Welcome. My name's Tara. It's
Greetings,
5
Tara.
silver a day.
No problem. I handed her 5 silver.
You can just tie your mule up by the giant glowing blue horse."
Fantastic. Will do. And it's a donkey. Thank you. Look.
Can we zoom to the part where the 4 of you all sit at the same table?
Absolutely.
We find Gizmo having to pull up a stool because the regular chairs are not gnome-sized.
I can jump on top. So
Oh,
you
well, the
guys look
stools
like
here
you-
are made like ladders on the sides, so you can get up to what some would call human height.
Excellent. Greetings. My name is Gizmo. Here's my card. So I give everyone my card. It's just a metal placard with my name.
A metal placard?
Yeah, another one of my inventions. So a simple piece of metal. I was able to
This sounds
emboss
really
my
expensive.
names. This is my business card. So Gizmo Rumplestump, inventor, adventurer, treasure hunter. Good to meet you.
Welcome.
And no, Connor, I'm not doing my voice yet.
Okay.
Gizmo, what?
Rumplestump.
Like that's your actual name?
Oh, yeah.
I want to cut in here real quick. My go-to gnome name is Spark Booty Blaster.
Bark Booty Blaster. I
Spark
like it.
Booty Blaster.
Third.
So what's your names?
Aldana. Pleasure to meet you.
Ash Hyrule.
Lyra.
Ah, well met, all 3 of you then.
Welcome. What brings you to Corsairport?
Oh, I'm here to hunt for treasure. At least where I come from, all of the wildlands are not so wild anymore. They've been pretty much discovered and ransacked multiple times. But I hear out here things are a little bit different.
Well, all I can say is we just so happen to have an aim today that might result in something. We'll be delving into some kind of dungeon.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm always looking for new opportunities to discover new magics or, possible power sources for magic.
How do you feel about helping people with revenge?
Revenge? I'm okay with revenge, as long as there's magic involved. What kind of revenge are you talking about, though?
Bloody.
Bloody revenge? Well, let's just say I've got my crossbow and my shield, and I'm ready to do whatever it needs to be done to be able to access treasure and secrets and magic.
Are you friends with hellhounds or hobgoblins?
Oh, I really don't like hobgoblins. I can't say I've come across a hellhound in my life.
Close enough. You can come with us if you want. I don't know if it's going to be treasure.
I would love to tag along. Is it okay if Greta comes?
Who's Greta?
Greta's my friendly steed.
Of course.
She's outside next to that blue horse.
Of course. I'd love to see what you brought. You brought them all the way to this island on the boat?
Yeah, she goes everywhere I go.
That's amazing. Not many horses or steeds would would take that kind of journey.
Yeah, she puts up with a lot of crap from me. She's a good donkey. Carries all my stuff, you know. So,
Well, shall we go then?
yeah, what's the revenge we're doing? Who are we killing? Or trying to kill?
Slavers. That's the goal right now.
Oh, true bad guys.
Yeah. And we ran into some trouble that we didn't expect last time, and unfortunately, one of our friends was lost there. We were just bidding him farewell as you came in.
Ah, so it's a rough life out here after all, huh? Just as I heard.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rumors are true.
Rumors are true. So be ready. Bring some food. We don't know how long we'll be out on the run.
I think I'm well equipped, so I'm good for about a week. Are you guys going to be out for more than a week?
I hope not.
Hope not. Yep.
Okay. All right, so count me in.
Wonderful. Thank you for your help. And I'll start to walk towards the door.
Yeah. Do the same.
Mhm.
I'll head out.
All right, I'll follow and I'll grab Greta. And look at that, Greta. I haven't been here 10 minutes and we're already on an adventure.
Wait, was the statue out today?
Sorry?
Was the statue out today
The statue?
of Jital?
Oh, no, she hasn't set it out yet. She's kind
Okay.
of giving you all some space.
Took off too fast for her.
The question is, who's Greta? Greta is the donkey mule, one of those.
Yeah.
Of Gizmo. Booty Blaster.
Rumpelstomp.
Rumpelstiltskin. Look, let me conorhughes you real quick. Aren't all gnomes the same?
What? What is this slander?
Booty Blaster's his middle name.
Really, what is a gnome? I think is a question that we could all ask ourselves.
I knew a good booty blaster once.
Gosh, I really love this guy's face right here. He's got this super kind of, hi, I'm super friendly. You know,
Yeah.
I'm somebody's grandfather, but I'm also world-wise and, you know, not a huge dick.
I like the goggles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like
Thank you,
goggles for men are like witch hats for women, you know. It indicates their level of power.
So you're saying I got to make them way bigger?
They seem pretty big, Connor. They seem like they're about 3 times larger than his eyes are.
Yeah, but I mean,
Those
if
are
I'm going by-
solidly gonna fit over his eye socket areas.
Perfect. Yeah.
He's got like human-sized goggles.
Yeah.
Well,
It's perfect.
great.
Does he have hair coming out of his ears?
That's a good idea. I hadn't quite put any in there.
That reminds me, by the way. I had to make a sovereign oath to never. I'm already breaking it. To never again comment negatively on a Connor drawing, or we're gonna lose the boob strap.
I mean,
And, you
the
know, that's not a
bootstrap-
thing you want to lose.
The boob strap wasn't working at the time. It may come back when I get back to Aisha. Who knows?
All I'm saying is, I think it would have looked better center line.
I
You don't have to.
agree.
You don't have to kill it. You just have to make a center line.
I agree.
That's all I have to say. Friends, are you all prepared to travel?
Yes.
Where are you
Almost
going?
fine.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I'd say we're going to the
Old
prison.
Town Road. Heading to the prison again.
Yeah, I'd say so.
This prison has become the centerpiece of this entire campaign.
It really has.
Look,
yeah.
I gotta tell you, that's not a bad thing. It's just that, you know, between this and New Game Plus, my other D&D show, these are like the largest dungeons I've ever made. So I'm glad that you guys want to conquer it. However, you have literally cleared 0 rooms. Well, technically, you've cleared 3 rooms.
We're gonna clear a lot more tonight. I'll tell you what.
We gotta avoid
Connor.
those.
Oh, Connor. Why would you say that?
The hellhounds are the least of our worries, I'm sure.
Why would you say that? Conorhughes. Do you know what the sound of making a mistake sounds like?
Mister.
I've never heard it before, so why would I pay attention now?
I see. Friends, who is leading this caravan of adventurers?
I'll guide them.
Very well. Can someone in the party roll a d12 to see about encounters, since Lyra knows exactly where to go and what to do?
You want to do a Cotton?
Sure.
Pondo the mad that she's going to just drop a 12. Nope, it's a 2. Very well. All of you arrive outside the prison, roughly around noon. Gizmo, you see everything that you would expect to see, given that you are an old player, even if you're a new character. Trees, runes, blood, a pyramid, braziers filled with blood, a pit filled with bone and ash.
So he's all, this is fascinating.
So I invite Gizmo over up onto the stand, as I assume that we're all standing there. I'm like, "Here, Gizmo, have you ever seen magic like this?" And I proceed to do the blood ritual.
I
Okay.
make sure Aldana is on it since she hasn't done this before.
Aldana has done this before.
Oh yeah, she did. I forgot that was
Yep.
okay.
When you all arrive, there is not enough space at the arrival section, and your horses and all of you are physically comported by space. You are thrown out of the circle of statues that you arrive at, and everyone is thrown against different parts of the room. You arrive in a tall circle of stones that stands on the south side of the room. From them, unintelligible whispering can be heard. On the south side, a simple tapestry stands against the wall, and in the northeast corner, a door, through which you know there is a secret inner door.
So is the blue horse, the other blue horse, now?
I believe you can see that that blue horse has a name, Greta the Friendly Steed.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, it's hidden. Okay, cool.
You can have a blue mule. A blue mule.
Baloo, Maloo.
With the unicorn horn.
You know, Connor, I just used whatever I had available.
Good, sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay.
I love that horse.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey.
I'm glad.
Donkey.
All right. I knock on the door.
I cast protection from enemy.
Oh yeah, I do that too. Yeah.
Everybody's got their spell list, I should say. So there's no monkeying around later on.
I'm going to be hanging back.
Very well. Let me just pull up your characters on D&D Beyond. It's so simple, even a caveman can do it.
God damn it.
You don't like that one?
No, it's good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. It's a good callback.
I forgot about this,
Ash, you see after about 20 or 30 seconds, you see the inner eyes look out at you, then it closes again, and you hear like a the outer door opens, not the inner door this time, and the succubus is standing there. This time her face has it's been changed a little bit. Most of the time she just changes the color of her face and maybe the texture to match whatever race she has. This time her face looks like a combination of her and Wynn's face, and the race that she has become is distinctly Azamar, kind of silver skin with a sprinkling of gold dust over it. She's a little taller than normal and a lot more lithe, willowy. Not as vavoom as normal. Like the vavoom level has been greatly lowered. She's wearing very plain mage's robes with just a little heart cut out in the center. Tiny heart cut out. We're talking smaller than a human fist.
Mm-hmm.
When she sees you, Ash, she goes, "Welcome, adventuring party. Please, come in." and she turns without harassing Ash. And she gestures for you to come in her library, sanctum, shithole.
See, I told you I'd bring him back.
So I follow her in.
Are you?
And-
Is that a question?
It's a statement. It's a
Okay.
statement. Assuming nothing spoils that.
On top of one of the many piles of books that she has here, these books creating a kind of waist height to humans pillar system preventing easy movement throughout the room. Between the books, there are paths forged through the bone, dust, and dirt. On top of one of these piles is a metal box in which you can see the following items: half of a minotaur skull and a femur bone that has been gnawed on.
And whose might these be?
Whose do you think?
I believe it was requested of the services of this establishment that the remains of one Baldrick Bonehammer be returned. She like gestures to the box with like a hand thing, and she also like dips and does a curtsy as well in the process.
I moved to see if she'll let me pick up the box.
She makes no attempt to stop you from picking up the box, and that's actually my box. You can take
Okay.
what's in there out.
I'll wrap his skull and femur in a blanket and put it in my bag.
Okay. It's quite big, both of them.
I will wrap them in my blanket and hand them to Ash.
Very well.
Okay, I stow them on Echo.
You can.
And then I proceed to say, "Sorry, Eilina. I think this is it. Prepare to meet your maker." And I draw my blade and prepare to attack.
Wait,
Very
what?
Let's roll for initiative then, friends.
That escalated quickly.
Look at this sudden but inevitable betrayal. And all it took was her not being lovey-dovey one time, and he immediately fell out of the relationship.
Wow.
But
Wow, Connor.
you could say it that way.
He's so clingy. She doesn't pay attention to him for 10 seconds, and he's already ready to kill her. Who's the real yandere, conorhughes?
So if I'm reading this right, Connor started the fight, but he's got the worst initiative.
That's right.
So far. We are waiting on initiative from... Oh, you did roll. I just gotta get you added.
Yeah, it's 18.
Yeah, I don't know.
13.
Migrated my stuff over yet.
Gizmo Rumpelstump, you suddenly hear that one of your comrades is intending to betray this nice Azamar woman who's standing here. You have not been informed at all that she's actually a succubus. You just know that Ash walked in here, drew a sword, and said he was going to kill her.
All right, so I'm going to have my hand crossbow ready. So I can do a delay action, right?
Yes,
You
but
hold
you
that.
have to give me a what will trigger it.
I want to delay action until someone is within hand-to-hand combat range
Of.
of the Azamar lady that we're attacking.
Very well. So you're just going along with this. You don't you're murdering this woman means nothing to you?
You know, Gizmo hasn't been in this place. These guys have, obviously, so they know the history of it. So yeah, he's kind of following along what he's following their lead, that's for sure.
Okay. Just wanted to understand where Gizmo comes from. Lyra Fulbright.
She isn't entirely sure what happened, So she's gonna like move right here, and then just draw her mace and shield. And if she moves to attack, then I'll attack her.
Very well. She leaps into the air and begins flying. She moves to this southern door, which she then opens. And enters into the room. As she does, you can see that there is another individual in the room who is quite large. The figure is probably about 12 feet tall, two parallel. I would say they're horns, but they're more like red sword blades coming out of their forehead. With a massive sword is standing there. They exchange a quick nod, and she continues into the room and out of sight. Let me roll initiative for that particular person who is now joining the fight.
Why are we fighting her?
Well, she's a succubus, and this place is evil.
By whose authority?
You are free to leave if you don't like it.
Oh my goodness. Ash is like, look, I'm a prince, and also I am the Senate.
By my authority.
By my authority.
Okay, sorry, I got his stats now. How did I know that you would trigger this guy? So he's gonna go right after Aldana. Okay, Aldana, you're up.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch for a second.
Okay. This guy advances to the door, and he advances right here and closes the door.
Can we leave now?
Ash.
Not in much of a fighting mood.
Doesn't look like it. All right, let's see here. Which door did she go out of?
You have no idea. She entered into that room. You lost sight of her. Now the door is closed, so you have no idea who's on what where.
But this door here that I'm picking?
Correct. She went down through that door.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, can I make it there? Let's see if I can do the ruler.
If the door is shut, we're probably not in initiative, are we?
Oh, we're still in initiative, friend.
Okay.
You know, you can go straight down. You can pass through my square. You don't have to go around me.
Correct.
Okay. 1, 2.
Stuck with the crazies.
So I guess I'll be here. I don't know if I can make that. Where's the ruler tool?
30 feet, right?
Yeah, 30 feet. I'm just looking for that like measurement tool.
Yep, it's 30 feet to the door.
Okay. Then I go there and I try to open the door.
The door opens easily. As it does, you trigger the held action of the creature, who holds his hand out towards Gizmo, Lyra, and the horse. Echo slumps to the ground and falls over sideways.
Ouch.
The rest of you begin hearing a like as it's pretty clear that Echo has fallen asleep.
So can I wake him up telepathically?
Nope. But you can walk over there and kick.
You've got to
Yeah.
like touch him.
Gotta touch him? Okay.
Can I see
Alright.
the big guy through the door?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
Well, actually, you can't because you're all the way over here. You're like around the corner.
I didn't even see that. I wasn't with everybody.
So it's still my turn?
I don't know. Aldana just teleported in the room. Let's have you at this door right here. Yes, Ash, you have used your movement action to move up and open the door, which also takes your free action as part of your movement. What do you got for me now, brother?
Okay, so I'm out of movement.
Correct?
Okay.
Unless you'd like to use your action to dash and get 30 more feet of movement.
Right. Thank you. I will cast a guiding bolt on the orc.
Very well.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see how this turns out. So, do I have to make a? Does he have to make a check?
I believe that D&D Beyond can tell us all that we know and more about Guiding Bolt.
Okay. I can read it out to you if you like.
That would be great.
That would be great. A flash of light streaks toward the creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged attack spell against the target. Okay.
That sounds like that's the thing you need to do.
All right. What do I do for that? That's a dex check.
Indeed.
Okay.
No, it's not a dex check. It's your ranged attack modifier. Your ranged spell attack.
Spells?
Yep.
Do you use charisma or wisdom?
It's +6. It says at the top there.
Okay. Then you roll d20 + 6. Okay. Lewd Man, thank you for the sub. Welcome, Twitch Prime. That will hit. Friend, continue reading, please.
Okay, and then I make a 4d6 radiant damage.
Sure.
And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Very well.
Okay. Oh, man.
12 points of damage.
Yep.
Very well. I acknowledge that you have done this much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo Rimplestump. Your turn comes around. You've been holding your action, but the thing that you've been holding it for has not happened yet. What would you like to do?
So is this action from the second round?
Yes, we're now at the start of the second
I
round.
forfeited the other one.
Correct.
All right. So do I have line of sight to that big creature?
Correct.
I do? Okay, then it's just going to be simple crossbow attack.
I don't know that anything's simple with your character. To be honest, I haven't gotten too much of a chance to look over your character sheet, but I'm pretty sure you're about to do some crazy stuff. Maybe not immediately, but it'll
actually happen. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. It's okay. Unfortunately, yeah. I'll shine more next level. All right. Okay. And that's it. It's just a normal attack.
Yep, hit me with it.
So I did roll 23. Yep, 5 piercing.
Hasn't showed up for me. A 23, however, will hit, and I will accept your 5 damage.
That's weird that it doesn't show for you, though.
It could be I'm disconnected. It could be the Roll20 servers are lagging.
Okay.
Did anybody else see it yet?
No.
Okay. Lyra Fulbright.
How big would a 20-foot radius be?
4 squares away from you.
4 squares?
Yep.
So if I put something here, I forgot how to make it ping already.
You hold
you have to have the pointer selected, and then you hold.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
If I put something here, will it touch Ash?
No. Ash is.
Okay. But it would hit the other people.
Correct. Ash is 30 feet away, and they are 20.
Okay, then I'll cast Ice Storm in the room.
You're gonna need to move because I don't think you can see that location from where you're at.
Oh, okay.
So you need to be somewhere around here.
Here?
A little bit more.
Here?
Yes.
Then I'll cast from there.
Very well.
It's a dex save of 13 for half damage.
They both make it.
Okay, so then they take 7 bludgeoning damage. And 6 cold damage.
She seems to take almost no damage from the cold. I guess you could say that the cold really never bothered her. Anyway, thanks for that sub, Sid Alpha. 28 months. You might be one of the longest subs. You and Kelsa out there battling it out. This particular gentleman here takes the full damage of 13, I believe.
Also, it's difficult terrain where they're standing.
Well, in fact, she is not standing at all. She is flying.
I mean, him. It'll affect him
Correct.
a little bit.
Therein stands that possibility. Greta the friendly steed, I have really super unfortunate news for you. The succubus enters the secret corridor that connects these two areas. Comes out next to Greta, looks at the stones, begins slaughtering Greta in order to get the blood necessary to activate the stones. So
Yummy.
she only gets one claw attack, but that's fine. She only needs one claw attack. I think a 13 is going to hit a donkey or a mule.
Yeah, I assume they got AC 10, right?
Which she does it in such a way to spray the blood on the stones, and she and Greta disappear.
All right. There goes my donkey.
None of you know that happened, by the way. I am telling you that it happened because you're going to want to know where your mule went, but Aldana's not close enough to have seen what happens. All she hears is like a and then like a All right, Connor. I know I said I wasn't going to criticize, and I want to give you a chance for artistic license. However,
Smaller than the fist.
that heart cutout is way too big.
Yeah.
Look, that heart, listen, that heart cutout for any of her other outfits would have been appropriately large. But today she was going for chaste. Demure. Tsundere. Please, if this is your idea of what she looks like, do not allow me to interrupt. Please continue.
It's quite all right.
Aldana, speaking of things that are quite all right, our local flame cleric, what do you got?
I'll move into the room over here and just be like, what did she do? I wasn't here last time. Did something happen between them?
I'm confused too, and I was here last time.
You mind bringing us into your plan here?
Are you
Bad
doing
enough
anything else, Aldana?
No.
Alright, chat's over here saying nice things about me, so I'm gonna go Tsundere. Just like my girl here. This friend dude here, you see Ash, that he takes his enormous sword, cuts his hand with it. It gets bloody, but then the wounds he's taken from ice stones hitting him and the cut all begin to heal up.
Okay.
He then rises into the air. There's no wings involved here. He just mystically rises into the air above the freezing ground and floats away.
Mm-hmm.
Ash, what do you want to do?
Okay, so the ice storm is still raging?
That is correct.
No.
Are you stopping the ice storm?
It only lasts one turn.
Okay, well then the ice storm is gone now. It no longer rages. The terrain's no longer difficult?
Just ice.
No, it will be difficult until the end of my next turn.
Correct. Very well then. Unlike the rest of them, Ash, the cold will bother you.
Anyway.
Wait, so the ice storm is still... Sorry.
The effects of the ice storm are still there. It's still difficult terrain, but you won't be pelted with small stones of ice.
Okay. All right.
Why is she so upset looking? Oh, no.
I mean, because she's being attacked.
Okay. All right. So this is the her being attack phase. Well, yeah, that works.
Something.
I feel like you've done good work on these horns too. I don't know that I ever described her horns. I didn't really have horns in mind for her, so good horn work.
Thank you very much. Okay.
So, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Ash,
So
what do you want to do?
Debating. Thinking?
Yeah, you have no idea where they've gone. They just walked around the corner from you.
Right. Well, I guess the natural thing would be to move forward and try and look around, see where they went. Right, from this position.
As you enter, you definitely see that there's an exit on this side of the room.
Yeah.
It's like he's not even listening to me.
I think they've gone around, and I call back, and say,
I think you're an idiot.
I think they've gone back through the portal. Look, Aldana, I mean, you don't know what it was like here last time. They took our friend here. She wasn't directly responsible, but that is the nature of this place. But they've gone now, and they've.
How do you sleep at night? She didn't do anything, yet you want to kill her.
She serves the lady. That's all I need to know.
Looked like an evil succubus to me when she flew off with those wings.
So I guess, are we out of initiative?
It seems like, because Ash
Yeah.
is just moving around.
I just assumed that like I
Echo continues to slumber on the floor. When you enter back into the teleporting chamber, Ash, you find a whole bunch of blood sprayed in a very specific slicing pattern. And there is no Greta to be found.
I want to like nudge Echo awake.
Echo wakes up from the sleep spell and then rolls back onto her feet and just tries to, if you've ever seen a cat pretend like they didn't just make that fall, Echo just kind of plays it off like they weren't really asleep, they were just playing. You didn't see anything.
Yeah. I think your donkey's missing.
Greta's missing. We've got to go get her. So I'll come take a look. Gizmo, take a look.
There's an
What's
awful
this
lot of
blood
donkey
for?
blood.
It's the same blood we used to get here. I mean, it's not the exact same blood, but it's the same technique.
How do we get back?
The same way we came. And so I'm going to bring Echo in.
Yeah.
Aldana, are you coming or are you staying?
Coming.
Okay. How long has it been? Well, I guess we don't know that. So, yeah.
It can't have been that long.
I mean, based on this conversation, at least 30 seconds or more.
So, are you in the room, Aldana, or?
Yeah, I'm in the room. Oh, I guess I'll move.
Okay. All right. So I cast the blood spell.
The blood spell? What's the
Whatever.
blood spell?
He's done it so many times, he's given it a name.
Yeah.
He's going to bleed.
Okay. You transmigrate, okay? In the process, in a brief instant, you notice that Greta, a dead Greta that has been disemboweled, is lying at your feet, and then you're in the other place, and there's a ton of blood all over the ground that looks kind of like a horse was disemboweled here.
So wait, where do we see?
You
Greta's-
briefly saw Greta back in the teleporting chamber when you cast your blood on it.
Okay. Like basically, Greta is back in the room.
Correct.
Is that okay? So she got teleported back, and so we look around, I guess, right? And
I mean, you see some big trees.
So we
some
swap
sunlight.
places.
It
with
seems
Greta,
so.
but there's no one to be found. There's no trail of any kind.
Doesn't seem like it.
They had to have gone someplace. They can't be too far.
Shouldn't we try and get the donkey back? Switch it, you know?
We could.
Let's try again. See if the donkey's back.
I'll stay here this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here also.
Okay, who's going through?
I'll go through.
Okay. You go through alone, Ash?
Looks like Gizmo's coming.
Gizmo, are you coming?
I am coming.
Okay, Gizmo joins you. The two of you and Echo go through. When you go through, Greta's dead body is left behind.
In that room.
Greta is now on the platform, and the two of you are back in the other room.
Right. Okay.
Can I cast Revivify on the donkey?
Let's find out. I'm gonna bet that the target is humanoid for Revivify.
I know it has to be under a minute, so I don't know if it's even enough time.
There is enough time. Touch a creature that has died. In the last minute, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point. It cannot restore any missing body parts. So just to be super clear here.
Never mind. If it's just gonna immediately die again.
I
don't know if I can like shove her body parts in and
You
then,
can. You can. I would like you to make a medicine check at disadvantage to quickly reassemble the body parts inside of the body.
Oh jeez.
I didn't think I'd be rolling for this today.
I didn't.
If anyone, well, the only person that could help you is Eldana. If Eldana wants to help you here, you would take, regular rolling rather than disadvantage, but this is going to be disgusting. Also, I don't know if Eldana's proficient in medicine.
I'm not very proficient.
Very well. You just watch
I
on.
got a 16.
16 is good enough. Just at the last second, you can sense the last bit of life fading as Greta's mortal soul almost unravels the connection. You seal up that chest cavity, you put the stomach and some of the intestines back in place, you quickly throw out some necromantic energy and suck Greta's soul back into the body. Greta just stands up like nothing happened, with 1 hit point.
I will try to lead Greta off of the platform.
You do so. Greta's a little confused. She did just die, and she's a mule or a donkey. Can you make an animal handling check? I just want to know if she lashes out at you.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. 16 on disadvantage is pretty good for a medicine check.
Yeah, that was kind of lucky.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
That's a natural one. I never saw your rolls from earlier, Shep. Can you reload roll 20?
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
Roll 20.
you get kicked by a mule. You take 1 point of damage, Lyra. And you eventually pull Greta off of the top area.
Ow. Aldana, do you know how we can tell them that they can come back?
Not really.
Do you think
I
they'll
only know the
come?
one way in, one way out.
Do you think we should all go there?
So I
You think
just
we
did a
should
roll.
Yeah, I
I
saw
just
it.
did a roll. Okay.
Yep, you're good. Apparently, Greta has become the Fortnite donkey.
I don't know the Fortnite donkey.
Really? Well,
No.
let me tell you something. You're looking at a dead semblance. I guess you could say you're looking at a living semblance, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Dead. In
Sorry,
the
I
past
guess it's
tense.
technically the Fortnite pinata. What's the plan to contact the other party?
Well, maybe the other party, when they didn't find Greta, would probably come back anyway, right?
Very well. The three of you reappear with Echo on the platform as Lyra is struggling mightily to get Greta to do anything.
She's also now covered in blood, probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen. Blood is the least of your problems. I mean, blood can come out. I mean, we're talking viscera, high-pressure fluids that are meant to remain inside of a body, all over your hands, and probably your sleeves. I mean, let me take a quick look at your Lyra Fulbright outfit here. Yeah, I'm seeing some, like, arm guards and some wrappings. Those wrappings, they are disgusting now.
That's fair.
Fortunately, you worship the god of cleaning stuff up, so...
I fixed your donkey.
Oh, you saved Greta? Thank you so much. She looks definitely worse for wear.
It's all right. I'm pretty sure I got all the organs back inside.
Oh, that's frightful. I'm just checking. Okay. So thank
Greta
you.
sees you
I'm
and stops
dead.
struggling.
So I'm in your debt, Lyra. Thank you very much. And I don't have any heal spells, so I can't do much. Hey, I don't. Yeah, no, I won't do it. Okay, never mind. So what were those in there? How'd they get away?
Succubi and I don't know, something else. It looks like they flew.
So was that guy? Can I do like a history or arcana check to kind of figure out what that guy was?
Yes, Arcana will work perfectly.
Character sheet, skills.
Uh, 24. You identify the tracings of a evil creature. It is a mix of a giant and a demon called an Oni. They are flying monsters capable of taking human or giant form, but typically keep in their kind of semi-demonic form. They have all sorts of natural spell abilities and a natural regeneration, which as long as they remain at some point of life, some semblance of life, they will always regenerate back to their full health.
So I'll pass that on to the group.
Then they're probably long gone and well rested. Well, we still have the hobgoblin to look at.
Do we want to explore the rest?
Ash, do you have a towel, perchance?
Yeah, I'll give her one of my towels from my backpack and some water to wash.
Is there a towel on your character sheet?
Yeah, I don't have a towel, I don't think.
I have soap.
You have soap?
I can
Yeah,
pull a
so-
blanket.
I could just douse water on you. You could just wipe it on your clothes or whatever.
I mean, now you're just wet and bloody. It wouldn't take the blood out, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a bedroll, right? There's a blanket. I could pull out a
Actually,
blanket.
cold water is the best way to get blood out of things.
Is that so? Well, then I suppose you're perfectly clean afterward. It's nice.
Yeah, you spend a little bit of time cleaning yourself up. You no longer smell like the insides of a mule. Sorry, which one is it? Is it a mule or a donkey? I'm gonna get this wrong all night unless I put my foot down.
Donkey.
Donkey. All right. I'd rather put my foot down than put it in my mouth, really. All right, let's take a look at what Connor's doing now. Who knows where he's at? What are these little bumps all over this donkey?
The organs.
Oh my
Organs,
god!
yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I mean that requires a visitation again to
Oh boy!
get right.
Yeah, he's seen some shit.
Yeah. Oh, look at this grumpy Oni.
Yeah.
This is like if Shrek made this as a television show.
Like
Yeah.
Shrek and Troll Hunters had a baby.
Oh,
Troll
Troll
Hunters.
Hunters. Oh boy.
Is that a TV show?
Yes.
Yeah, made by
Okay.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, TV show.
It is varying levels of good.
Okay.
Indeed.
You all re-enter the temple then?
So yes, I saw a nod.
They're gonna put the blood in. Sure.
Can we just use some of the donkey blood?
Oh yeah, there's lots of
Okay.
it, and it's fresh.
Nice. Let's be efficient. I mean, have we been taking damage from these cuts previously?
Yep.
I didn't. How much?
1d4.
Okay, I think I did 2.
Okay, roll 2d4.
Yeah, I'll do 2. Take
Okay.
4 damage.
Dealt 4 damage to yourself. As you all arrive back in the room, once more you suffer the transmigration penalty as you're all splooshed away from the center of the circles because there's simply not enough space with all of these large beasts of burden.
Stop doing that.
Well, we can't just leave everyone outside. Could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous in here.
There's no safety on this island.
Why
So I'm gonna-
exactly are we here again?
There's slavers here.
And were the people that you just tried to kill slavers?
They're part of them.
But
So
the
what's
succubus isn't.
It's all part of a chain of trade that enables it. So I'd count the succubus just as much among the slave trade as well as those who killed Baldrock, as well as the Hellhounds. Or same as the Hellhounds.
All right, so Gizmo will go find a spare space. Like, is there room? He just needs a 5-foot area.
Okay. Well, a 10-foot
And-
area.
I'm gonna build an arcane turret. Do you know of that, or do you want me to
I have
read it?
no idea. You tell me what's happening now.
All right, so this turret is a magical object that occupies its space and that has crab-like legs. It can move 15 feet at a time, so it's kind of on the slow side.
Okay.
There's AC 18, immune to poison, psychic, and all conditions. Ability checks as if a score of 10. I can cast a mending spell to heal it if I want to. Wait, let me see. It disappears if it was
Which
reduced
type of
to 0
turret are you
hit
making
points.
it?
It's going to be the Forced Ballista.
Very well.
So it disappears if it's reduced to 0 hit points or after 10 minutes. So actually, I'm going to hold that. I'm going to wait until we're actually in an encounter then. Because I thought I could keep it for longer, but only 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get into a counter in 10 minutes.
We'll rush right in. All right, so once it's summoned, I'm going to hold it, but just so you know, when I do summon it, because I'm going to do it later, it's a range attack, force damage, 120 feet. On a hit, target takes 2d8 force, and if the target is a creature, is pushed up to 5 feet away.
Very well.
So I'm ready to cast that or summon it. It's summoning magic. I'm ready to summon that at the first sign of trouble.
Sure.
Ash, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ash is definitely the first sign of trouble anywhere I go.
So now that we're in this room unsupervised, what's in this room? Like, there's books and stuff?
Yes, there are. There's books everywhere. There's books on the bookshelf. There's books piled on the floor. There's doors everywhere. There is, of course, shards of bone and dust.
Gizmo would like to do an investigation on the books and stuff, see if anything's of interest.
Very
Anything
well.
magical, anything worthwhile.
Please do so.
Investigation.
An 11 tells you that almost every book in here is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. They're like 6th or 7th. They're all written in the same handwriting, indicating that they have been written by one. They all have their original author names, but it also indicates that it has been written by one Alina as the copyist. And it looks like these were made with human skin for the outside, and everything was written in blood. All the books are written in different languages. Nothing is written in common. Everything looks to have been, the publishing dates are all about 1,000 years old.
All right, so I'll pass all that information to everyone,
We're talking,
especially the human skin part.
yeah, we're talking probably 700 or 800 books in here, way more than you could conceivably carry in your arms.
Yep. So you understand all these books, human skin, and they're signed by an Eileen. Who's that? Do you guys know?
That was the succubus that ran away.
Ash, did you
Seems
say
like
you
there's a
were
long
looking
history.
around?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
don't
I'll
you
look around.
make a perception check.
All right.
Tell me how you're doing this, right? I mean, are we talking you get down on the ground and you lick the ground, you make some smelling noises? Are you Sherlocking?
Definitely more along the lines of Sherlocking than licking. Certainly. Yeah.
Okay. More along the lines of Sherlocking.
Taking in the room is how I would describe it.
They're licking.
Let's see, where is that?
Oof.
That's a 3 right there.
Mhm.
You're not certain that you're going to be able to find anything else without any licking or smelling. You're pretty sure you found everything that there is to find in here. Clearly, this Eilena, whatever her real name is, basically has nothing.
Yeah.
These books, these dumb books, and all these bones.
Not that impressive.
Dust. Yeah, I mean, truly, she could never be a foe that would match you.
I mean, certainly not unless she runs. I'm going to check out the doors on the left.
I see. Allow me to describe these particular doors to you, now that you have expressed interest in them. The top door is a iron door that has a padlock on it on your side. The bottom door is a bone door, which once again has swelled in the humidity and does not seem like it will easily move. Aldana, what's going on here? I see some.
Yeah, I'm gonna
panels.
look around the room for anything interesting or any books. Well, not books because they're made of skin. She wouldn't want to touch them. Just anything interesting, magical.
You take a quick look around. You notice that the pile of books that Aldana traditionally hovered near.
Alina?
Eilena. Yep. The books that she hovered near. There is a secret panel underneath those books. If you could lift the books and move them out of the way, you could access.
I'll lift it at that point.
Yeah, you begin pulling the books aside. You pull the floor panel out. You find a locked iron chest set into the floor.
This is interesting.
Indeed.
Where is that? Like, where in the room?
That would be located right about here.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so
Don't suppose you found a key?
I have not actually. Has anyone seen one?
I can
I'm assuming
perhaps pick it.
All right.
Do you have
how
thieves
about it?
tools?
I do have thieves' tools.
Very well. Please, friend, make for me a thieves tools proficiency check.
Is that okay with you, Aldana? You found it.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
Should probably make sure it doesn't have some kind of curse or something on it first.
I actually don't have detect magic.
I meant traps. I was just saying that way in character.
So yeah, I'll do. So before I open it up, I'll do an inspection to see if there's anything.
Very well. How do you inspect it?
Visual
we talking
inspection only
Just visual only? Okay. Make an
Yeah.
investigation at disadvantage.
at disadvantage. Okay,
I mean, if you're not willing to get your hands dirty, who knows what you can
that's all right. We'll start off this way.
Yeah.
You see it? See
Nope.
the roll?
What do you got?
A 9 on my disadvantage. A 19 was the first row.
Okay. You aren't sure whether this thing is trapped or not. Hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of little nooks and crannies, some hiding places that, is it a pressure plate or is it just an ornamentation hanging off the side of the box?
Okay. Everyone might want to stand back I can't guarantee anything, but this is not looking.
Okay. Can we move Gizmo to the box then, right here?
Yeah.
That's how everybody just suddenly whooshes.
Yeah.
All right, Gizmo. Give me your Thieves' Tools proficiency check.
We're all clearing the room.
24. You get close. You're so close. You can taste it, and then you lose the last prong, and the whole thing resets, and the chest relocks itself.
What?
That's one hard chest.
Yeah, this
Yep.
takes you like 5 minutes to accomplish. The whole time you're like delicately.
So, game mechanics. How would I attempt it again? Or is
I
that
mean,
it?
you can keep attempting it for as long as you want to attempt it, or you can just try to bust the thing open.
All right. So, I mean, I'll pass it on to everyone else. Like, I can try, one more time. That's within reason, I think.
Yeah,
But
give it another
I'll
go.
tell them it's a very, very complicated lock. I'm not even sure if I can pick it.
I believe in you.
Yeah. You
She
seem
yells from
pretty.
the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Watch. I don't want to say it, but here we go.
You open the chest, and you are the only one to see the contents from where you are right now. Everyone else is so far away that they can't see it. I'm going to send you the contents on Discord. And what you choose to share with your fellows is your own business. The clicking open is quiet, by the way. There's no indication to anyone around here that you have opened this chest yet. Let's see here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't we hear it? But okay.
Can I tell Donna see from the doorway?
So this chest is set into the floor, and he's down in the floor picking this thing open.
Oh,
He's
I thought I would have brought it out of the floor, but
You've refused to touch the chest in any way, shape, or form.
oh, okay.
Because you don't know whether it's. I guess if Aldana is physically standing right behind him, Aldana can see some of what's going on. If Gizmo wanted to try to steal some of the stuff that was in the chest, now would be the perfect time.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
fair.
All right. Well, Gizmo is not a thief. So, AP, I'd like to tell everyone what we've got.
You say you're not a thief, and yet you are carrying thieves' tools, sir. Sir, I question the truth of what
This time around, sure.
Inside, you find 800 copper pieces, 7,000 silver pieces, 1,800 gold pieces, 1,200 platinum pieces, 2 Croiso barrels, 1 coral, 2 jet, 1 spinal, 1 tourmaline, and 1 scroll.
AP, the platinum is 1,200 or 120?
It is 120 platinum, which is equal to 1,200 gold.
Okay.
This is probably more money than anyone but Ash has ever seen in their entire life.
The princely sum.
Now
No,
we're
not
talking.
really. This would be acceptable for like a Viscount.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I still say that.
Okay.
Slave money.
So, shall we take it?
Can't just leave it here for them.
I agree. This should not be in their hands.
Oh my goodness, look at this ring sword cleaver right here. I'm behind this 100%, man. Holy cow.
Thanks.
Let me
Yeah,
ask
I'm
you a
happy with
question. Have you ever played Torchlight?
Nope.
This guy looks like he walked right out of a Torchlight game.
I'm just so
It's like a
derivative. Is that what you're
comically-
saying, AP?
I'm gonna send you some Torchlight stuff.
Sounds good.
Pretty cool game.
It is a pretty cool game. It's like a comic-y Diablo.
Okay. Nice. You know, I can't play Diablo just because it requires so much mouse clicking. It's like that's how a lot of Blizzard games are for me.
Oh, robSHEPart. Fuck you.
Nope.
Yep. God damn it.
What happened? What
Are
do you do
you-
now?
Are you loading all the stuff up on your saddlebags?
So yeah, Gizmo would start loading everything into the saddlebags.
All right,
as much
so-
as it will fit.
I mean, look, it's gonna take, Ash and probably at least 2 other of you to lift this chest out of the floor. I mean, we're talking like a 4x4x4 chest loaded with coins and gems. But when you begin pouring it into Gizmo's bag, way more stuff fits in there. Like he's just like, keep pouring. Like everything fits inside the bag miraculously.
Where is it all going? This is so heavy.
Oh, these are some saddlebags. My own invention, by the way.
The bag only weighs 5 pounds when you like heft it.
How is it so light? What do you mean it's your own invention?
Well, it's just part of my talents.
It's amazing.
I like this more than that box that keeps things cold.
Yeah. Wow. That didn't seem all
Is
nearly.
Pano
as
in the
useful.
room right now? Did you just go turn to look out?
Yeah.
He's ignoring me. I don't even think he heard me.
Playing XCOM.
He hasn't reacted at all.
Boy,
He still
yikes.
hasn't realized we're talking about him.
Okay.
So Gizmo turns to the group and go, well, I think this is a victory. Shall we go continue forward or take this back to town?
Well, there's still slavers here. We've taken their profits, but the slave trade will still continue if we don't root them out. Unless any of you want to let them continue their trade.
Not really.
So are we continuing?
Sounds like it.
So I'm going to also check out this top left door. You said it was open on our side. There was a lock that was locked on our side.
The lock is on your side, but it's a padlock and it's locked.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
it requires a key.
Correct.
Or a gizmo.
You could just beat it to death. Or you could
Or a gizmo.
Or you could send your local technical non-thief with thieves' tools to non-thiefify it. Technical
Alright.
expert at opening things in a
Engineer.
non-thief way.
I'll investigate the door and the lock, see if there's anything worrisome.
I see. You investigate this door. In the process, my friend, you do in fact find something worrisome. The padlock itself has a magical trap glyph placed on it. Touching it or fiddling with it any way will cause it to set off.
Okay. Guys, in any way, does that
You
mean...
could attempt to disarm it, right? But,
Okay.
it's going to be difficult.
All right. So, guys, you might want to step back again.
Wait, why?
This one is definitely trapped in some fashion. There's a magical endowment, I guess, or something.
Aldana just runs into the corner.
Well, we're here on standby in case you get hurt.
All the horses suddenly disappear out of the room.
That's
You know,
right.
if you die, I can help with that.
Everyone teleported away.
Do you have another Revivify?
Yeah, it's not my highest spell slot.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
I mean, I gotta get there quickly if he dies, but
Yeah, 1 minute. I mean, look, if you can save a mule, if you can save a donkey, you can save a Rumpelstump. Okay?
Yeah. Much more.
Gizmo, hit me with your Thieves' Tool Disarm, friend. I see a 15. You get in there with the thieves' tools. There's some putting like a seal over top of it. There's like gently pulling 2 wires inside of the lock apart so that you can just scratch the rune out. The bead of sweat begins coming down your face. You get the last rune set in, and the thing sparks, letting you know that you've successfully disarmed it.
I think I just shot my pants.
did you die?
Whew. I think it's successful. Hold on, let me open it up just to make
Typically,
sure,
from
though.
what I've seen.
Oh well, now you need the thieves' tools to lock open, right? All you did was disable the trap that was on it.
Okay, so yeah, trap's disabled. We'll see if I can open this sucker.
Indeed.
Typically, from what I've seen, if someone shits their pants, they are dead.
Wow, Conorhughes bringing deep knowledge of the pants shitting ways.
I'm well versed.
A multi-class and shit.
So I rolled a 21.
I don't see it yet, but if you roll a 21, you pop that thing open, and the door can be safely opened now.
Whew. All right, guys, you can come back in. Got the door open.
What's on the other side?
Are you opening the door? So, like, you've got the padlock off easily. Yeah. You swinging the door open?
I will open the door.
As you open the door, there are pillows and blankets all over the floor. There are carpets hanging from the walls in order to deaden sound. There are mirrors set into the ceiling. And at least one of the carpets has been replaced by what looks to be a full-length estimation of what Ash Hyrule looks like naked. In color. With details that you never thought you'd ever want to know, Gizmo.
It's a carpet?
It's like a full-length wall scroll.
It's like
So Gizmo looks at the scroll, looks at Ash, looks at the scroll, looks at Ash.
If this scroll is accurate, and it does appear to be, Ash is a very fit young man.
Behold, Prince
Is it
Leeto.
accurate?
I mean, you've seen Ash change. You know that this is accurate.
Hey, Ash, I think she's seen you naked before.
I think they've seen both of us naked before. But that's all right.
Thank God I wasn't here for that.
It's all right. Now it's burned into your memory like it is mine.
Gizmo, go and take a look.
These are old rugs, and from them the stink of age and incense comes out of it. These blankets appear to have been worn down over the ages, and perhaps the material that they are made out of is human skin. Pillows seem like normal pillows. The mirror on the ceiling is of particularly fine quality and, sized to reflect, 2 human body lengths.
Gizmo, look at the scroll and look at Ash again. I go, you really knew, what was her name, Eileen? You really knew Eileen pretty well, I think. She knew what? You?
We didn't. Well, I don't think she was there, but I mean, I guess I would know. I would know if she ever came by.
You had never seen her before.
I'd never seen her before. So this must be a recreation by the other 4 succubi.
You know 4 other succubi?
Yes.
Oh, you get around.
We've been around for a few days. 11 days total.
So around this time, Ash and Lyra, your protection from good and evil begins to fade.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, Ash really gets around. That is the title of the episode.
It was Ash making little sucky babies, right?
Was that Warren G or was that Tupac? Get around. Tupac.
Warren G is regulate, my friend.
Yeah, but
Nate Dogg and Warren G about to regulate.
That's right. Yeah, but Tupac is I get around. Okay. So is there anything else besides disgusting human skin rugs? And the mirrors and of course all the things.
No. So the rugs are made out of rugs. The blankets are made out of human skin.
Ooh, grotesque.
And the pillows are made out of pillows. They're just normal pillows.
So we've seen what we can see, right? Sounds like it.
Why was this locked up so much for just some pillows and blankets? And Ash, she just points to the tapestry.
I think it's a private room for private things.
But why put a spell on the lock or trap on the lock if it's just a bedroom?
I put a scroll of ash in there.
I feel like these questions are really way more self-evident than you guys are making it.
It's her room. This is where she slept. And apparently looked at Ash more than once.
You know, Ash, I knew she liked you, but I didn't know it was, you probably broke her heart.
She already showed much interest, but her only interest was in corruption.
Are you sure about that? She just gestures to the tapestry again.
Would you say from your experience with succubi, they know nothing else? They know anything else?
Oh,
We
here
don't
it
talk
comes.
about that.
Here it comes. The old Connor. If you're every one of a race, all acts exactly the same.
I saying, I asked her about her experience with succubi before.
I have met succubi twice.
Yeah.
This one seemed nice, although a little bit creepy with you. But you seemed fine with it. If she was crossing any lines, you could have said something, and we could have.
Did you have a safe word?
I showed her. I showed her how she was crossing lines today.
Oh boy, I don't know what to do with this.
I feel like
I want to know what
using
happened.
our words.
Practice
first.
safe sex responsibly, folks at home.
And not with succubi.
If you don't know what that means, then you need to go to gym class.
Arguably the worst place to get sex advice.
Well, that's actually a pretty good.
Better or worse than a D&D stream?
I am not here to offer sexual education. That is not a service I offer.
I thought this was a complete service.
No, let's not do that.
Okay. Then shall we move on? With,
Connor, the farthest I go is the opening line to the birds and the bees, and everything after that costs extra.
Okay, good to know. I'll keep that in mind for future reference.
Please never reference it again.
Yeah. So meanwhile, your spells have worn off. Things have calmed down. Your breath is starting to come back to you. This is the longest you all have spent in this particular location before. And you're beginning to notice that it's hot. Like, hotter than it should be.
Oh, I do take Adana when I realized he can say. I forgot to mention that this last time we found that this has a connection to another plane.
Oh, really?
You might want to know that.
Which plane?
I don't know, but we found Hellhound, so I'm assuming that plane.
Nothing good.
Not a nice plane.
Is there someone we're supposed to rescue in here?
There's information here on Win.
Oh, we're doing that again. Oh, well, okay. Lead the way then.
Plus, we want to stop the guy who's selling people as slaves.
Luckily, they overlap.
Luckily indeed. So do we know where they are?
Ooh, the Hobgoblin?
She just points to over here.
Yeah.
Through that door.
Ding.
I'll open that door.
One second.
Mm-hmm.
You're opening the door that you're currently standing on.
Mm-hmm.
When you do so, for the first time that all of you can remember, the doors are in a different configuration than normal. The upper right doors are closed, the lower right doors are closed, the lower left door is open, and the portcullis has been completely closed and shuttered. It looks like there is no business in the slave trade today.
We may have spooked them with our glorious intro. Ash.
Might have.
Maybe. Definitely wasn't subtle.
We're not going to put blame on anyone in particular, no matter how easy it would be to blame Ash for everybody knowing that we're here. and that we were going to attack.
Wow.
Definitely not. So perhaps
Yeah,
proceed
we're definitely
forward.
not gonna do that.
Shall we go through?
Yep, I'm going through. So the portcullis is closed. The top doors, you said they're in a different. Yeah, but these top
They're
doors
all
appear.
closed, so you'll remember you left them open and unlocked last time.
Yeah.
The beyond the portcullis, you'll recall that there's like a shutter that they can pull down in order to, say, our business is done here.
Right.
That shutter is down.
Okay.
Is my
Business is
staff
done.
still over here?
Did you the staff there?
I wedged it in the door so the hellhounds wouldn't come through.
That is correct. Your staff is not wedged there.
Knowing that this door is not securely locked concerns me.
The bottom left-hand door is outrightly open at this point. I believe, if you'll recall, that you shattered the door with the fist of Baldric.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think we knew that connected to the area where the hellhounds run because we didn't go through those doors.
Yeah, we didn't know particularly where anything went at the time.
Correct.
Now we know. Now we know.
Is what we're looking at here. Gizmo opening the chest while
Yeah, Aldana.
Aldana watches. Interesting. Okay.
I'm working over the.
Cool. Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take us over to Sheptown real quick. We're looking at a vampiric mastermind in a super bat form.
That's what you got.
It is
Yes.
what I got.
Polymorphic monster thing. Yeah, I redrew it because last week that figure that I had was just kind of boring.
Okay.
So I wanted something a little more interesting.
I really like his arms because they kind of go out like the wings kind of do right there.
Oh, he's jacked. He looks like he could be on a pro wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of that's probably going to be hidden as I add the fur and stuff like that.
No.
But he's, that's just the way I go. It's like everything I draw has to have all the muscles underneath, and then I might cover it all up with clothes or anything else. So
Oh, don't worry. Like that Ash Hyrule wall scroll left behind, all of the muscles are uncovered. It's up to you to recover them by adding whatever clothing you want on top.
It's like a paper doll.
yeah, we'll put a little fig leaf right there.
By the way, Ash, did you want to keep that wall scroll? Do you want to burn it? Do you want to just leave it here for someone else?
I vote for burning it.
Oh my god, 10,000 years. The wall scroll of Ash Hyrule was recovered, and it's just listed as an unknown noble Azamar paladin posing for a picture. What possible history could be behind this item? What price could be put on this artifact?
No price. It is priceless.
Who is the
Of
man
course.
in this picture?
Why does it look like he's smiling and frowning at the same
It's
time?
because someone finally finds a bard to cast legend lore on it.
And then it's just like, oh, leave it there.
So, is there a fire around?
Is there a fire around?
Yeah.
It is warm.
Yeah.
Perhaps too warm. We're talking,
fire.
it's starting to edge up to... when you first entered, it was about 80 Fahrenheit. Now it's edging up to about 90 Fahrenheit.
All right. So, and the scroll is a fabric.
Which scroll are we talking about? There have been
The
several scrolls so far.
Ash scroll.
The ash scroll is a parchment. It is 2 scale, 1 for 1. So it's like at least 6 feet long, and a solid ash wide.
Yeah. So I pick it up and I put it onto Echo.
All right,
Like,
so
roll
you're
it up.
carefully rolling it up.
I wouldn't say carefully,
Keeping
but
the souvenir.
I'll keep it for now. I'm gonna find a place to dispose of it. Right.
Taking it to your bedroom.
I mean,
I'll be in my bunk.
why? Do you want to have it?
Love
Hold on.
thyself.
Love thyself.
Serenity had some legendary shit. What's the plan, friends? You're looking around this room. I mean, you know that there could be a pack of hellhounds wandering, and you have an open doorway. No sign of your hobgoblin. Friends is a term I will use loosely.
So, so the doors to the south are open already.
This door is no longer. It has been exploded under the fist of Baldric. This door is closed, but not locked. There's no lock for it. Aldana, you popping that thing open?
Wait till I open that door.
Aldana opens the door. Beyond the door, you can see that there is a archway some distance.
Why? It's just an archway.
Because there was 5 hellhounds last time we went through here.
I believe
Down
6.
there. Six. There was a
hellhounds.
bunch. There was a bunch of hellhounds, and they killed Baldric, and there was only half of a skull and a femur of him.
They must have been hungry. I close the door.
Very well.
All right, then. Lead the way.
The door is closed.
I'm gonna try and open or see what's going on with this top door.
Okay, you open it. Inside, you'll previously remember Baldric encountered a figure covered in bandages who asked him to close the door so he could go back to sleep. Baldric was so weirded out, he just did it. Inside, there is the smoldering.
Close the door.
There's the smoldering remains of some charcoal on the floor, set in a neat circular pile with some rocks around it, almost like a pseudo campfire, and like a worn blanket that has been placed next to it, but there is no one inside. The corridor itself has different carvings set into the wall. You can't read the language unless...
Identify the language?
Yes, it is Infernal.
Okay.
I can read. No, maybe.
Yeah, you can.
You're Tiefling. You can read Infernal.
Yeah, I can read Infernal. What does it say?
So you actually saw other carvings before that when you first entered had these words.
In the main room.
Yes, in the first room that you entered in, it says service provides freedom, limitation provides freedom, death provides freedom. Inside, it repeats this in several locations here. And then in another place, you see that there's an indication of like someone pulling something and something spraying out of the ceiling. And next to it, it says, cleanse thyself as thy soul will be cleansed by hard labor.
Another slave room.
I'm gonna... Okay, so that's the end of that corridor. Okay. And the portcullis is down.
So when you arrive here, while you're reading these runes, Aldana, you do notice that there is a spigot set in the ceiling, but there's no like cord anywhere.
Maybe it just comes down at a certain time. Can I look for a cord?
Are we? Is this Aldana from a different angle now? Oh my god!
Yeah, I moved her
fucking
around.
love it. Holy shit! In case you guys don't know, I don't have the image of it, but Bearded did Aldana as like this super sad, like flame warrior, and now Connor has turned her into like a fucking chibi anime character. I could sense sparkles coming out of her. Little gold coins appearing next to her head. Oh
She's
my
got, like, really big, long, curly hair.
Oh, Connor's just, quickly adding all the things that we're saying.
Like She-Hulk in the 90s.
Connor is now literally in that Aristotle classic where he has to draw everything that we're saying out loud as it happens. Aristotle had it easy. He didn't also have to play the game at the same time. Conorhughes is doing a hard mode run.
This is the real Dark Souls.
It's like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, man. So hard. So
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, Yeah. Or Zelda 2. Super hard. I'm not very good at any of those platformers, so they're all pretty hard to me.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna check the charcoal. I mean, sorry, wait, was charcoal or ash?
Charcoal.
So it's actual charcoal. Okay, so like, there's no checking that pile to see if it's actually bones.
No,
Or
it is a set. I mean, it's like a little miniature campfire that could be lit at any moment. It's ready to go.
Okay, so it's not somebody turned into charcoal. Okay, I mean, maybe.
No, I mean, we're talking like 3 fist-sized pieces of charcoal surrounded by like 6 small rocks.
Okay. So there's a gate and a portcullis behind it. So
Yes. No,
pretty
there's a
much that's-
portcullis, and then there's
shutters.
shutters behind it.
Okay, there's no moving that probably.
You can lift the portcullis.
I could try. Right? I mean, I remember how difficult it was for Cat. I know as a player how difficult it was for Kaz to lift it. Uh-oh.
Not all portcullises are the same.
Oh, okay.
Do or do not. There is no try.
It's true. I mean, what are the chances of what's the gate? How secured is the gate? Or sorry, the shutters look behind it.
Not particularly secure. So imagine home blinds, right? We're talking, there's a little bit of space in between them, not enough for people to see through. Imagine strips of steel set like that on 2 pieces of string, right? If you
Okay.
could get in there, you could just cut the string in some places, the whole thing would fall down.
Okay,
Lifting
okay.
that up will be the easy part.
Okay, I'm gonna try the portcullis also.
Very well. Tell me about what you're going to do here with all that junk.
Is that an athletics check or a strength check?
It will be a strength check. Bearded, what are you doing with this portcullis?
I was trying to get in, push it up before he got over there.
Fantastic. You begin trying to lift it, Aldana, and as you do, you hear a creaking noise. You look up, and the ceiling falls on you.
So does that mean that it's sealed?
And it hits Ash as well.
What?
Yep. So the ceiling in a 10-foot radius around the thing, the whole ceiling falls.
Can I dodge?
Make a dexterity saving throw, both of you, please.
Nice.
What a roll. A 20 and a 1, Ash.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't have disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wow.
say.
Wow, 20 and a 1. That's amazing.
Both of you dodge nimbly out from underneath this falling rock, which now occupies that space, so you can no longer occupy it. It is, like the ceiling in here, 10 feet tall. The solid block is now blocking your path. All of you feel a rumble in the ground from the slumping of hundreds of pounds of stone. The stone itself, you could see, has several cracks that perhaps were not in it in the first place. And you hear on the far side of the stone loud shouting in Hobgoblin. Well, Goblin.
Maybe we should come back tomorrow.
I think we're dead. Let's be quiet for a moment.
Echo
So
says to you telepathically, I believe we have lost the element of surprise.
Ash laughs quietly to himself.
So for the rest of you, you didn't hear that, so you just hear Ash chuckling kind of weirdly.
I mean, quiet.
She gives him a look of concern.
Oh, sorry.
So I join Aldana in like her attempt at secrecy, and and maybe we can sneak around and say quietly to Aldana, and down below to the south to this door. I signal to that door, I guess. Try to.
I'll move out of his way.
Very well.
I mean, do you? Okay.
Lead the way.
As all of you prepare to go open the next door, friends, countrymen, Romans, lend me your break screen. We shall return in the tender time of 8 minutes from now for the second half of this stream. Connor Hughes, thank you for attempting my challenge so far. This is canon Aldana to me. From now on, I'm going to think of Aldana as a gremlin tiefling, like a little cute thing, rather than being this kind of daunting, maybe laconic, stern tiefling. You've made her She-Ra instead of Shamir.
I mean, we all have a little chibi inside of us, don't we?
No.
No.
What? Come on, AP, I have
No.
seen your icons. I've seen your icons.
Those icons only hide the darkness in my soul.
Even chibis can have a little darkness in their soul.
Right?
Right?
Second half, we'll be back. 8 minutes. Stick around, friends.